Okay, so like imagine trying to find that one specific moment in a 2-hour cooking video,
Wow.
where the chef adds in some secret ingredient.
Yeah.
You'd be scrolling back and forth forever, probably getting totally lost.
Yeah.
But what if AI could find it for you instantly?
Mm.
That's what we're diving into today, this new AI model called Video Ma2mba that's trying to understand videos like in a totally new way.
Wow.
And, you shared this research paper with us, and
Yeah.
it looks like it could revolutionize how we experience and even like how we think about video.
It really is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Most AI right now really struggles with videos that are longer than just a couple of minutes.
Right.
They need an insane amount of memory, like a supercomputer.
Uh-huh.
Or they have to skip over frames and miss crucial information.
Right, right.
Video Ma2mba is trying to fix that.
Okay, so that's where this state space or SSM thing comes in, right?
Yeah.
The paper mentions it as a way more efficient way for AI to handle these like really long videos.
Mhm.
But honestly, the technical details are a little bit over my head.
Yeah, I get it. It's complex stuff.
Yeah.
So imagine traditional AI is like trying to memorize a whole movie scene
Okay.
by looking at every single detail all at once. It just gets overloaded so fast.
Right.
SSMs, though, are more like remembering the key plot points of the scene.
Okay.
You don't need to remember every frame to know what's happening.
So it's more about getting the flow of events, like the narrative of the video,
Exactly.
instead of like getting bogged down in every single visual detail.
That's exactly it. And that's what makes Video Ma2mba so unique. It's
Yeah.
not just seeing, it's comprehending.
Right.
It can track how objects, actions, emotions even evolve over a whole long video.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So how does it even manage the memory demands of processing all that information?
Right.
The paper mentions this multi-axis gradient checkpointing,
Yes.
or MAGC.
Uh-huh.
What is that?
That is another very clever trick that Video Ma2mba uses. And it helps reduce the amount of information that the AI has to store.
Okay.
Think about it like this. You're reading this long novel,
Okay.
and instead of trying to remember every single sentence, you highlight the key sentences that really drive the story forward.
Right.
If you want to remember the story later, you can just go back and look at the highlights.
Yeah.
That's basically what MAGC lets Video Ma2mba do, but with video.
So instead of storing every frame, it remembers just enough to like recreate the understanding of the whole video.
Yes.
Like a mental map of the important parts.
Exactly. And that's how it can handle these super long videos up to 2 hours long,
Wow.
all on a single GPU.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be a game changer.
Hmm.
But how does it go from remembering these key moments to actually like understanding the video?
Right. Well, it's not born knowing this stuff.
Right.
It goes through a rigorous training process.
Uh-huh.
And first, it learns to connect what it sees,
Okay.
the visual information, with how we describe it.
Right.
With language.
So it's learning to speak both visual and human.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's like teaching a child that the word dog means a furry four-legged creature.
Uh-huh.
And once it has that basic understanding, it moves on to learning from videos that have dense captions.
So it's like having a constant narrator explaining what's going on,
Yes,
helping it get the flow of events.
exactly. It's like watching a movie with the director's commentary playing.
Right.
And then finally, it gets tested on this massive data set of video questions and answers.
Okay.
And that teaches it to really pinpoint specific details.
So it's not just passively watching, it's actively learning to answer questions about what's happening in the video.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, this is really amazing.
Yeah.
But can it actually like outsmart other AI models that are much bigger and more complex?
That's what's really impressive. The research shows that it can actually perform better than many of those larger models.
Really?
Even when it's handling those super long videos.
So it's smaller and smarter.
Yeah, it is. For example, imagine watching a complex cooking tutorial.
Okay.
Video Ma2mba could pinpoint the exact moment the chef adds a specific ingredient,
Uh-huh.
even if it was hours earlier in the video.
Oh, wow.
That level of detail is unheard of.
So no more rewinding for 5 minutes trying to catch that one crucial step you missed.
No more rewinding.
This is going to revolutionize how we learn from online videos.
Absolutely. And that's just the beginning of what this technology can do.
Wow.
It can change how we interact with video across the board.
Yeah. Okay, we need to take a moment to process all this.
Yeah.
When we come back, let's talk about what Video Ma2mba could mean for you, the listener.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. All right, so I think we've got a pretty good handle on like how Video Ma2mba works. It's like a super efficient, video detective, remembers only the important clues and uses those to like solve the case.
That's a great way to put it.
But what I'm really excited about is the potential impact.
Yeah.
We've talked about how it could revolutionize online learning, but where else could this go?
Oh, the possibilities are really endless.
Yeah.
Imagine searching for videos with a whole new level of precision.
Okay.
Instead of just basic keywords or tags,
Uh-huh.
Video Ma2mba could unlock searches based on, specific actions or emotions or even plot points.
So instead of just searching for funny cat videos,
Right.
I could search for videos where a cat gets startled by a cucumber.
Exactly.
Wow.
You could even search for things like moments of triumph in sports documentaries.
Okay.
Or even scenes where a character has a change of heart.
That would change everything.
Yeah.
No more endless scrolling trying to find that one specific scene.
Exactly.
It goes way beyond just entertainment, too.
Right.
What about security and surveillance? Instead of just passively recording footage,
Yeah.
AI could actually analyze it live
Mm-hmm.
and understand not only what's happening, but the context, too.
That's right. And that's a really powerful idea.
Yeah, I can also see how that could raise some concerns
Sure.
about privacy and misuse.
You're absolutely right. Those are important things to consider.
Yeah.
But used responsibly, this could be a game changer.
Okay.
Imagine a security system that can tell the difference between, someone just walking by and someone who's acting suspicious.
Right.
Or a system that could automatically detect accidents or emergencies,
Wow.
even in huge crowds.
That could literally save lives.
Yes.
It's like having this incredibly attentive guard watching over everything, but with the ability to process and understand information way better than a human.
Exactly. And this level of detail and understanding could also lead to amazing advancements in personalized entertainment.
Okay, how so?
Think about video recommendations that are really tailored to what you actually like,
Okay.
not just based on, broad genres or what you've watched before.
So instead of suggesting just any comedy movie,
Right.
the AI could recommend films with a very specific type of humor,
Exactly.
or even with characters that I tend to find relatable.
Exactly. It could even lead to interactive video experiences where the story changes based on your reactions and choices.
That sounds like science fiction.
I know.
But realistically, how far away are we from seeing this stuff in our everyday lives?
Well, it's important to remember that Video Ma2mba is still pretty early on.
Okay.
The researchers themselves say that, there are limitations.
Right.
And it'll take some time for all these applications to really be ready.
So it's not like we're going to be searching for videos based on emotions next week.
Probably not next week.
Okay.
But the pace of AI development is incredible.
Yeah.
What seems impossible today could be normal in just a few years.
That's both exciting and a little bit scary.
It is.
It makes you wonder what else is just around the corner.
Right.
But let's bring it back to the present for a minute.
Okay.
We've talked about the how and the what of Video Ma2mba.
Yeah.
What about so what does this mean for our listeners right now?
That's a good question.
We've talked about a lot today, from the nuts and bolts of how this Video Ma2mba actually works.
Yeah.
To how it could change how we interact with videos, completely. But as with any powerful new technology, there are always bigger questions to consider, right?
You're absolutely right. It's not just about the tech itself, but how we use it as a society.
Yeah.
Video Ma2mba is kind of like this powerful new lens
Right.
through which we can view and understand the world.
Right.
And it's really up to us to decide how we focus that lens.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
We wouldn't just hand someone a scalpel without training.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And we shouldn't treat powerful AI any differently.
Right.
There's a huge responsibility that comes with this level of technology.
Absolutely. And that responsibility goes way beyond just, the developers or the researchers.
Right.
It's on all of us to really think about the implications of this technology.
Yeah.
How do we make sure it's used ethically?
Right.
How do we address potential biases?
Uh-huh.
How do we protect privacy in a world where AI can understand video so deeply?
It's like we've been given this glimpse into the future, and it's both exciting and a little bit scary.
Yeah.
But it's clear that AI, this is going to be a big part of that future.
It is, and that's why these deep dives are so important.
Yeah.
It's not just about understanding a cool new piece of tech.
Right.
It's about giving you, the listener, the knowledge and the skills to think critically about this rapidly changing landscape.
We want you to walk away from this episode not just informed,
Right.
but empowered.
Yes.
Empowered to ask questions, to think about different perspectives,
Yes.
and to be part of the conversation about how AI is shaping our world.
Because in the end, you, the listener, are the ones who will be making choices about how this technology gets used,
Right.
whether it's through what you buy or how you vote,
Right.
or even what you choose to do for work. You have the power to shape where AI goes.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a thought.
Okay.
We've been talking about how video Ma2mba can understand the story of a video, right?
Yeah.
The sequence of events,
Yeah.
the emotions.
Uh-huh.
But what about the why behind those actions?
Right.
Can AI ever really understand, the intent, the motivation behind human behavior?
That's a question that really goes beyond what any AI can do right now.
Yeah.
It gets into the very heart of consciousness.
Right.
And what it means to be human.
Uh-huh.
Can a machine ever really get the complexity of the human experience?
That's a question philosophers and scientists have been asking forever.
Right.
And now with AI like Video Ma2mba, it's a question that's becoming more relevant for everyone.
It is. As AI keeps evolving, it's a conversation we need to keep having.
Yeah,
We need to be aware of both the potential and the limitations.
absolutely. So stay curious, keep asking questions, and be the informed, engaged citizens we need to navigate this, exciting but uncharted territory.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Video Ma2mba.